Attack. Withstand. Transform, turn. Exert power. Crack. Rumble. Such a powerful attack again in a short time. Lift. Boom. Why do you persist in eating your fill even when you've lost consciousness? Feng Xia and King Yanluo made the flowing sky pattern attached to the saber heaven and blocked the attack from the Panga's axe, but... seriously? Another attack. A single powerful attack like that is horrible enough. But she doesn't even need time to rest. I guess she won't stop making such powerful attacks until she eats her fill. That's exactly the problem. Now that she's hungry, she's supposed to have little energy, is she? There's only one way. Feed me to her. Perhaps she'll be full. If she can't digest the hell key, I may get out of her body through her bowels and recover someday. Don't talk nonsense. It's not yet that serious. I guess we are counting on King Qingguang to satisfy her. Ha! King Qingguang is always cautious. Now that he challenged you guys to such a duel, he must have a card up his sleeve. Finally, you're all here. I put a lot of effort into this plan, King Biancheng, and I've wasted a lot of time. Someone has broken my space. I knew there might be some accidents, so I'm not surprised. That's why I may meet difficulties but never fail in the end. I've built countless spaces around Luhai City, and now, it's time for them to crack. Roar. There are other spaces. So King Qingguang also set up an ambush above Luhai City. King of Hell. Did you actually mean? Hee. The demons I raised in Hell Sea and used to devour the souls who wanted to get reincarnated are all lying in ambush in Luhai City. There are 100 of them, all almost at the genuine spirit realm. Even if you can protect yourselves, you can't keep the whole city safe. I'll tell you one last time. Give me your hell keys, and I'll get reincarnated. This is the save them. Or do you prefer to watch them vanish from the world? Tell me your answer. Phew. King Qingguang. More food is coming. Whoosh. Slash. Open. Swallow. The meat is tough. I hope. You guys are tender. Slash. So terrifying. Good thing it's not us being attacked. The food tastes bland. And the meat is not very good. But there are so many of them. That's great. Finally. Slash I can have a good feed. Gulp. Entwine. What are they doing? They realized none of them is a match for her alone and chose to integrate with each other. Tada. Hell Sea Giant Kunpeng. A huge meatball. I love it. Swallow it in one gulp. Swallow. She can even swallow such a huge thing. Why do I feel she wants to eat off the whole earth? It's been a long time since I was so full last time. What else does she want? Fade away. The strange color on her body disappeared. Could it be that she's back to normal when she's full? She hasn't recovered yet. Yonyang seems to have removed the transformation of Panga's axe, but in fact, what should I call you now? Yonyang. Or Panga's axe. It's too rude to call a girl that. Don't you know my name? I'm Zhu Yonyang. Stop joking. Yonyang won't say something like this. Sorry, it's my fault. But you'll understand after my explanation. Please leave us alone, guys. Yanluo. Look at you. I've held back my strength. A little. It hurts. You just killed 100 demons, and now you actually seem soft on her. I always control my strength unless I'm starving. I'm very gentle when I'm full. You guys put down the souls first. She and I have something else to deal with. Just leave it to us. You can handle your own affairs. She was trying to eat all of us just now. So, where do you want to talk? I saw a good place. Follow me. It's best to talk on that guy's funny statue. Statue? You mean Senior Chenhai? Wow, thud. Xia, what do you think of my existence now? Do you think the consciousness of Panga's axe has possessed Yonyang's body? But, well, you're definitely not the one I used to know. I feel like you are a little like Yonyang. I don't know if I'm right, but you seem more mature than Yonyang. Well done, Xia. You noticed that. I'm Zhu Yonyang, and I'm not joking. That was my former name. Now think back. I'm not a naive person who has just become a human just because of the influence of endless empty dreams, right? He was sealed in this place by someone. I am Zhu Yonyang. He can't get out unless the one who sealed him is willing to let him go, or someone stronger than the sealer comes to help him out. Come to think of it, it seems that Yonyang was indeed a little intellectual at the very beginning, but that has never appeared again. Not a siren. Let me just talk about myself first. 3,000 years ago, after I split the continent apart, I also broke into pieces, and my fragments scattered everywhere. One of them was taken to the place where we met, now known as the Lost Paleoland. Legends related to the Panga's axe were circulating with other fragments in various ways. My fragments hid the techniques of waking up the other sleeping fragments in cultivation methods and spread them all over the continent. As long as they're spread widely, even if birth from nature is passed down, there will be some other versions. So, what about the other scattered fragments? I can't sense them anymore. Wars, diseases, aging, or something else can take their lives. We don't exist in the form of treasure spirits but as living creatures. So, what should I call you? I was beaten to pieces and very weak, so I have to find a way to survive. The fragment in lost my spiritual chi. Out of its instinct to survive, it ate me. But I'm not a spiritual pill but just a fragment of the treasure spirit. I can't extend its life. The spider died in the end. But its strong desire for life and its special mixed blood gradually made us into one in the last hour of its life. I see. It's similar to the relationship between Ultraman and Shin Hayata. After Shin died, Ultraman inherited Shin's body and memory. At this time, Shin was Ultraman. And Yonyang is at this stage now. When Zoffy gave Shin a new life and took Ultraman away, the reborn Shin didn't know what had happened and became what he was. So the cute Yonyang who had been with me before. Why do you have such a subtle difference in character? If I keep being sober, my newly recovered body can't hold on at all. I have to seal most of my consciousness, leaving only a small part of it. Then I can slowly take the nourishment until the day when it is enough for me to be awakened by the technique. Like half-hibernating standby mode. Yes, when I was first awakened by you, I still had a trace of my main consciousness. So you thought I was a little mature then. I called myself Zhu Yonyang after merging with the spider. Because I don't want you to call me you. Or hey. After you show up. However, maybe I was lying. I'm just a bad treasure spirit who forcibly took someone else's body. You can joke now, Yonyang. Hee hee. Wait. One more question. Who used you to split the continent? You wanna know? Well, Lu Chenhai and Wu Guan. After Yonyang explained her origin, she shocked Feng Xia again. Yonyang, what did you just say? Lu Chenhai and... I heard it. How could you speak it out so calmly? Xia, you're astounded. According to the historical records of the East Emperor continent, the hybrids used Panga's axe to divide the continent in order to occupy the source of the spiritual chi. No. There is something wrong with this sentence. Wu Guan sealed Senior Chenhai in the Lost Paleoland. If I let Senior Chenhai out, the first thing he wants to do is to get even with Wu Guan. But according to what you said, they seem to work together. How should I put it? Maybe that's the magic of interpersonal relationships. Chenhai and Wu Guan had never liked each other. They would only quarrel endlessly when they met. Every time Qianhai was more exasperated, while Wu Guan acted as if she didn't care. But interestingly, I don't think there is any real malice between them. In a real crisis, they can both put aside all their dissatisfaction with each other and work together more closely than anyone else. What the hell? Their relationship is really strange. Senior Qianhai is always arrogant. In traditional works, a woman should normally play his role. He always calls others idiot, or noisy, and sometimes ends up with humph. But Senior Qianhai at that time might be similar to the child in my dream. Isn't he just a little kid who always calls others rookie? The more I think about it, the weirder it's going to be. Since you have all your consciousness now, then I can. Memory materialization, fly out. Memory materialization is really a super practical skill. Why does this memory ball look strange? Read the memories in the future. So you want to keep it to refresh the memory. I think Wu Guan did this. Looks like she doesn't want Xia to know about her now. What? Can one protect his privacy to this point? I think few people in the world have this skill. Well, Wu Guan knew you could materialize memories, so she took precautions, right? Stand up. Why? I'm 3,000 years younger than Wu Guan. Why can't I know? Yonyang, just tell me what you know. There's nothing that she wants to hide from you, but snooping would have a bad impact on your future. First, there's a king of hell from the sky pattern state who looks like me. Now Wu Guan hid her memories from me. But why did Senior Qianhai and Wu Guan use you to help the hybrid split the continent and occupy the source of the spiritual qi? It's unfair to people in the Western continent. Xia, what you saw is the impact caused by splitting the continent. There are just different versions of the story in historical records. But as a witness, what I can tell you is, although Lu Qianhai was a bad-tempered and proud B.starred, he was also a martyr who sacrificed himself for the whole continent, and so was Wu Guan. I can see that. Since you are smarter now, you should have known that I came from another world. As an outsider, I can continue to play because it's fun enough. But the character I use in the game is moving forward in a chaotic world that he knows little about. Maybe as long as I don't go against my own values, I can keep moving forward even if I know nothing. Since Wu Guan doesn't want me to know now, it means I will know when it's the right time. As long as I'm sure that Senior Qianhai is worth my help, the rest is just an explanation of the task. If there is, it's good. It doesn't matter if there aren't any. Anyway, shall we tell Senior Qianhai about this? No, it was Lu Qianhai's choice. According to his character, you can't help him regain his memory by talking. Stop. Senior actually said you in the real world. That's true. Even if I do forget something, I can find a way to recall it on my own. I don't need anyone else to tell me who he won't define himself by others' stories. As for King of Hell and Wu Guan, if you are still alive, I will get the best deal from you. You don't even need my comfort to be happy, Xia. Yonyang, your hand. Lim, it's time. What do you mean? My current body is a real body, not an incarnation of the treasure spirit. If I remain completely clear-headed, my body can't completely withstand the power of the divine treasures at present. Do you mean that you have to let your main consciousness fall asleep again? What should you do? Have a good sleep. Xia, do you still remember the maze in my body? It's the switch of my main consciousness. When its passages are pushed open by my spiritual qi, my main consciousness will be awakened. To let my main consciousness fall asleep again, I need you to fill it up with spiritual qi. I'll do it now. Xia, can I make an unreasonable demand? Can you inject spiritual qi into me in the way of a couple while my main consciousness is still awake? As a divine treasure that has flesh, Yonyang can't be awake with the main consciousness of the treasure for a long time. Feng Xia wants to help her fall asleep again. But Yonyang has her own thought. You said. The way of a human couple. What exactly is that way? Xia, I don't like you playing dumb. I'm sorry. I'm used to the way you used to talk. After all. I couldn't understand your words by the same logic before. So you mean I'm usually stupid? Well, you're still saying I'm stupid. No, no, no. Your vague manner concealed a brilliant mind. And it's so cute. But I'm indeed dumb when the main consciousness is sleeping. Only 10 of the brain works in such a state after all. Boo-hoo. Yonyang is actually finding an excuse for me. So Xia, what's your response to my demand? Although I turned into a human, my body is indeed a spider's body. If you mind this, it doesn't matter if you fill the spiritual chi with your palm. Xia, stop. What? It's not good to do this here, isn't it? Ha. Why is this? Oh. I know what you mean. We're on the head of my master's statue. It's indeed indecent. The highest point in the city. You won't have any psychological burden here. Your senior sister has released everyone. Won't people in the city see us when they look up? You are playing with fire, Xia. Ahem. I don't think anyone would look up here. Since you said so, I feel somewhat ashamed and euphoric. As long as I'm doing this with you, nothing else matters. There's still a big difference between the sense of shame of monsters and that of humans. Xia, let's continue. Okay. Huff. Huff Xia. I see. It's amazing. Only the first kiss made me nervous and uneasy. And my heart raced. Now my breathing is completely calm. There are just some ripples in my heart. It's the first time, but it's like we've done this countless times. So that's what it feels like. Yonyang's smile has comforted me countless times since I came to this world. I unconsciously feel at ease. Be careful. Huff ah. Yonyang. I'm fine. It's just that the pain is a little unexpected. The human body is really strange. Next. I'll leave the rest to you. You guys are not allowed to peek. I wonder what she's been up to these days. I haven't seen Her Majesty for a while since the wound was healed. Her Majesty seems to discuss with the priestess about the marriage alliance with Ralisa. State. So there will be a wedding in the palace soon. Marriage alliance. Good news. Her Majesty's trying to marry me off. Marriage alliance. Me. Priestess. What were you talking about? Marriage. Ralisa State. Wait. It's just a small country in a remote area. They sent a prince here. I took a peek and found him very handsome. Her Majesty seems to be thinking about it. She will probably tell you in person soon. No. I haven't finished the task this week. Why would this instance appear? There were not many scale models of Her Majesty last time. And the style is single. If we can design more, we'd like to design more new scale models for Her Majesty. Do you have any suggestions? Priestess. Priestess. Right. I can't just wait here. I need to get information directly from Her Majesty. You were talking about new scale models, right? Leave it to me. Your Majesty. What do you want? I don't remember allowing you to enter my palace at will. Your Majesty. Don't be so cold. I'm here today to ask you for a favor. What's that? The ceremony will soon be held. I want to make some new clothes for you. I'm here to take measure of you. The clothing office has got my size. Go get it there. They had the old data. I'll do it quickly. You will be measured in a minute. Yeah. Finish this in half an hour. Sure enough. No matter how tough she is, she's still a girl. The marriage alliance is also an effective way to maintain the stability of all parties. Such a thin girl has to support the whole country. But, Your Majesty, didn't you say you would finish this as soon as possible? May I ask you something? It's boring to just take measure. Go ahead. I heard that you're going to agree to the marriage request of Rauza State. It's the first time you've kept up with state affairs. Usually, when I gave an order, you still didn't get it out there after a week. So is that true? Are you really going to marry me off? Marry you off? Smile. What do you think? Boo-hoo. I'm at least a priestess. Even if you don't want me or you hate me, you can't. At least you shouldn't make such an arbitrary decision. Boo-hoo. So it is true. Ahem. So, you don't want to listen to me. Your Majesty. The shrine of heaven still needs me. I will never agree to it. So, I may reconsider it. If you can make me say happy. This week. Really. So clumsy. Priestess. Your Majesty, you spent the whole day here. Aren't you tired? You also spent your whole day being bossed around by me, didn't you? Don't you have anything to do in the shrine of heaven? Or should I just call the two maids? They're your maids so they have to serve you. But I'm different. I just like serving you. Feel free to ask me to do anything. By the way, I just saw a collection of pictures on the bookshelf. She never gets angry. Isn't it just sorting out documents? It won't take a long time. What else do you want? Do you want something to eat or drink? Would you like to read them for fun? I've been bossing her around for a whole day. Is she really a bit silly? Your Majesty, I took the little prince of the Rauza state to visit our city with the second son of the Prime Minister. The little prince had a great time. Well done. Make sure they have enough fun. Yes, Your Majesty. The engagement party will be held in a few days. Get everything prepared. You actually arranged a bouquet of night flowers. You'll have a sweet dream with it. Your Majesty, you're in a good mood today. Is it from the little prince? It's from someone more childish. Your Majesty, you look very happy. Happy. Me. It's the first time I've seen Your Majesty smile so many times a day. Shut up. Just go do as I bid you. Bang. Why yes, Your Majesty. For the next 2 days. Lu Tiancheng has never ceased to bully Feng Xia as if she was addicted to it. Such bullying is not only physical, but also mental. Priestess. For 2 days, Her Majesty's torture has aggravated. Are you sure you can still handle it? That's not torture. I feel I'm about to make it. I went to see her this morning. This time, she just threw me 30 meters away whereas it was 50 meters yesterday. The distance is obviously shortened. You don't understand. As a powerful woman, Her Majesty is immune to ordinary strategies. Have you awakened any strange attribute? Only in some extraordinary ways can I let her say the word happy. Willingly. What's it? So I have an idea. I'm gonna be Her Majesty's most obedient. Hee hee. There are 4 days left. Dog. Being a dog of Her Majesty is too much for me. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Didn't you say you wanted to help reduce my stress? I'm entranced by it. Ahem. Ahem. You have a good figure, Your Majesty. I'm sick of such flattery. I'll go on a long trip today, so I don't have time for your little games. Just prepare for the reception. But I haven't used another strategy. Your Majesty, you haven't told me whether you're happy or not. I don't understand what you're saying. Without Her Majesty, I'm kind of bored. By the way, isn't the reception my engagement party? I don't want it. How can I get Her Majesty to annul the marriage? Should I tell the truth that I'm not the priestess? Get out of the way. Bang. It hurts me more. Okay. Forget it. It doesn't hurt too much. How about you get up first? Tisk, it's your honor to be my cushion. It's an honor for this tile to become your cushion. How does it feel to bang your butt against the ground? Really? Ouch. Just go home, please find a right place to land next time. Humph. You're here, priestess. I just dropped by. The new scale models have been completed. Over there. Made all these. Wow. You. Yes. They're unique to our shop. And they're all limited. Miss, you want to buy a set? I am not interested in these lovely things. Just look at yourself. Who are you lying to? Ha ha ha, miss. The scale models designed by our priestess are best-selling and the most lovable. You made all these. I am not interested. I'm just simply asking. Thinking. Take. Alt Mod. Just take your pride away. If you like it, why don't you tell the truth? Because. It's strange. I'm not allowed. If I like it, I'm far away from being powerful. This is not the thing I should like. If you dare not admit it, it's okay to admit your feelings. How can you become powerful? Just forget it. Priestess, do you know her? To be precise, he's probably my fiancé. Ha! Your Majesty, I was wrong. I shouldn't have used that strategy. I promise I won't get close to you without your permission. You'll push me away if I get close to you, but if I leave, you'll call me over. So Your Majesty, you really don't feel anything for me. I'm a little confused. All Your Majesty, looks like you and the priestess have been meant to meet recently. You saw her here when you just came back. If you dare not to admit it. Thank you for your hospitality these days, Your Majesty. Our prince had a great time. He has already been used to the environment here. That's good. No. I dawdled before the engagement. And I still didn't let the word happy come out of Her Majesty's mouth. If I'm married today, I have to kill myself and restart everything. This is a rare chance. I can't just waste all I went through. Priestess, why are you hiding here? I've been looking for you for a long time. Gosh. It's you, Your Highness. Come on. Don't be nervous. My mom will be very busy today. You scared me. So you better not stick to her like you did the other day. Your Highness. Let me play with you. For old time's sake. Please do me a favor. How can I help? Yes. You know what this reception is about, don't you? Okay. If Her Majesty talks about the engagement with that little prince later, just pretend to be a spoiled boy and tell them you can't leave me and don't allow me to leave here. You're gonna rush out and hug your mom. I'm sorry, master. I have to sacrifice you. Engagement. But. Shoo. They're moving. Stop. I hope that our two empires can always get along with each other. To live up to today's covenant. Thank you for your effort today. Sure. Well. Your Majesty. I have a request. I hope you can accept it. You want to say. The priestess. Nod. I think she's really nice. I want to. Wait. Priestess. Bump. Whether you want to marry me for the benefit of the country or just for personal feelings, Your Majesty, I don't want to. I won't agree to it. Please respect my wish. This. Well. His Highness can't leave me either. Pfft. When I met you on the street that day, I thought you were different. But I didn't expect you to still think about marrying me at that time. They came here for business. I wanted to tell you this morning. The marriage thing is just a rumor. The little prince came here for learning, not for the marriage. Ha! But Your Majesty. When did I say I wanted to marry you off? I just want to make friends with you. And maybe we can communicate more in the future. Thank you for everything you told me that day. I'll endeavor to make myself stronger. What have I been doing these days? Your Majesty, you just like playing tricks on me. You didn't make it clear even though you knew I misapprehended it. Bossing me around made you happy, right? Yes. Shouldn't you fulfill my request? I'll only promise not to marry you off. You just said you were happy. What else do you want me to do? I want you to stay alive. I still have tasks to do. But these are just in my dream. The fate of Lu Tiancheng and the Cloud Empire can never be changed. If possible, I hope I could see you in reality. Emicham. Senior sister, I didn't expect you to have such a strategy. Just rest assured and clean up the mess in Luhai City. Leave the rest to me. Wow. Xia's still here when I wake up. That's nice. Yon Yang. You're awake. Xia. Is it the thing? Ha. What do you mean? The magic thing that can make you feel refreshed after taking it. I want to take it too. What you're talking about are cigarettes. For the sake of your health, stay away from them. I'm just eating candy bought from the grocery store down there. Wow, it's the white hare's head. I want to eat it too. I knew you'd ask. So I bought two. Here. Nice. But I want to eat the one you have tasted. Ha. What's the difference? I don't know why I desire to eat anything with your smell on it now. Thump. Slurp slurp. I almost fainted because of the kiss. Let me take a break. Emicham. I just kissed Xia's lips. Why do I feel Xia's smell is all over my body? Especially here, Xia's smell of saliva. The smell here is strange but strong. Stop. Well. You can't remember anything indeed. Oh. I remember. Wow. Yonyang, you still remember. Could it be that she became smarter after her main consciousness entirely revived? So what do you remember? Come on. Xia looks like he's watching a toddler. I remember you stuck a needle in me. It hurt. You're so naughty. Ha ha ha. Did you have a vague impression of getting a shot? I feel like I'm the one who woke up from a dream. Although I don't remember what we were doing exactly, I think I took a lot of things from you. I'm satisfied. But I could still feel that you were trying hard to follow my rhythm. And you made me itchy. Oh, I feel so tired after talking so much. Anyway, I like you the most. Yonyang, go find Senior Chinhai first. I still have something to do. Something. I need to help my senior sister resolve the dispute in Hell. And get more information about the King of Hell. Hell C. Come out. Why do I keep you? Why are all of you cowards now? These bastards. I've kept them for so long. But now, they defy my order and hide in the Hell Sea. All the subordinates I sent to Luhai City have been destroyed. Who the hell is helping King Biancheng and King Yenluo? They're the devils I raised for hundreds of years. That's my senior sister. She could send away enemies and leave signs to chase them at the same time. As expected, as long as I follow the traces left by the endless empty dreams. I can find the enemy. This is our first meeting, but I guess you're King Qingguang. King of Hell. Besides King Yenluo, this guy is the only one who also knows the King of Hell. King Qingguang, I've heard what you did in Hell. How dare you misbehave like this in the hell created by me? Impossible. You should no longer exist. The monster created by the god should have consumed your spirit and soul. He was so surprised that he gave so much information unknowingly. Firstly, the monster sealed by the King of Hell came from the sky pattern state. Secondly, the King of Hell could have been assimilated or possessed by the monster. Last but not least, the being after the assimilation is still being sealed in Hell. In Yenluo's memory, the Hell Key is also the key to unsealing. Since King Qingguang carried out a killing spree, he could have snatched many Hell Keys. Then, King Qingguang, you want to let the monster out, don't you? I don't know why. But I'm standing in front of you now. So you know your plan won't work, right? That monster didn't consume my soul. It was destroyed by me in the seal. Just talk nonsense seriously. Then I was reincarnated and returned to Hell, but I left something in the seal to take out. So I also need the Hell Key. Give the Hell Keys back to me. I'm the creator of Hell. The keys can't protect you in front of me. I just made up so much. It'd be great if such nonsense can cause the overload of his head and let him stop thinking. King of Hell, if you are really powerful enough to create Hell, won't you possibly receive respect from King Qingguang? Humph. What? He can't hide his murderous look. Could it be that King Qingguang has been harboring a grudge against the King of Hell? Feng Xia impersonated the King of Hell and tried to get the Hell Key from King Qingguang, but King Qingguang seemed to hate the King of Hell. Expect to see it again. Disappear. Get. Another dimension. Damn. He's furious. Even if you are not the King of Hell's relative, you guys are like colleagues. Why do you hate him so much? Can space be split everywhere? Crack. Every time I see this face, I lose my mind. I worked diligently in the court of Sky Pattern State for 50 years. I thought it was perfectly right to impose punishment on criminals. But it was not enough to satisfy my strong sense of justice just by handcuffing them. Taking their lives was a more satisfying punishment for me. Some people said that taking people's lives could give them a sense of authority over others, but I didn't feel the same way. Punishing them myself would make me satisfied for a long time. That was the more primitive comfort I couldn't get from the opposite sex, the same sex, or inferior animals. But only more than 100 criminals could be properly sentenced every year. There were much more criminals. At least tens of thousands of criminals hadn't been judged. At the thought of so many criminals being unbridled outside, my lower body burned. If we treat criminals so conservatively, how can justice be upheld? The court was so inefficient that justice couldn't be fully upheld in it, so I turned myself into a mobile court. I changed my whole body for the trial. I installed a space gem system on my head, and my arms were replaced with claws with super spiritual chi. In addition, I had been cultivating myself hard for the trial all my life, so my realm is far beyond that of ordinary people. The skill I developed was the power of another dimension, which was created for trial. This dimension belongs to me, so I can ignore worldly restraints and vent my sense of justice as much as I want. Whether it's a brazen criminal or a disguised one, I would take them into my dimension for a merciless trial. Am I guilty? Those criminals are nothing but bugs. I killed them for people. 50 years later, I doubted this physical trial. Is it really enough to only destroy their bodies? What if I judge their souls? That's the final trial I want, isn't it? That year, the god of sky pattern state proposed a plan to build hell and asked the officials for advice. Isn't my vision of judging souls the perfect interpretation of hell? No one in the entire sky pattern state had imagined hell more than me. The hell I built must be the most perfect. However, the final plan adopted by the god was not mine. Nor was it similar to my ideal. God adopted the plan to reincarnate souls proposed by a new aristocrat. I didn't understand the point of this unnecessary design at all. It wasn't easy for the god to give all the people of sky pattern state the chance to stand trial on the scales. But it was wasted on such a boring thing. What I couldn't stand most was that my dream was directly denied by the god of sky pattern state. But I couldn't respond to physical trials anymore. After I learned about the possibility of judging souls, I hated physical trials so much. But if I made a concession, there would still be another way to satisfy me. The new hell needs 10 managers. God allows the designer, king of hell, to enter it with one of his family, and the other managers would be selected by the government. Just like I was not interested in being the chief judge in the past 100 years when I worked in the court, I didn't want to be king of hell. All I want is the right to judge. With my ability, I could easily be a manager, and most people didn't want to take the initiative to do this job. Because going to hell means physical death. Only those pure-hearted people like me can abandon their bodies without hesitation. But I didn't expect that bastard with 2 stupid locks of hair on his head. He set up a hell fire at the entrance of hell. The soul that confessed its guilt would be burned by the hell fire when it entered hell, so the sinner would easily disappear. If there is no trial for sinners, what's the point of my existence? What's the point of my abandoning my life and coming to hell? I lost everything that could arouse my desire. Is it a functional disorder? I don't have feelings anymore. My life is worse than death. No, I'm already dead. If the hell had been built according to my idea from the very beginning, it wouldn't have been like this. It's all this bastard's fault. 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 But this bastard is so powerful. Sky Pattern State sent me to balance his power. But I couldn't do anything under his watch. In other words, I'm bowing to the enemy who took my beloved. All this was over when he angered the god and was sealed as a monster. Since no one could suppress me anymore. As long as I destroyed the hell fire, wouldn't the hell become what I expected? But the lower layer of hell was made up of volcanic groups. With my power, I couldn't destroy them in any way. But if I could gather all the hell keys and use the power of that sealed monster. I've waited for this for so many years. But you stupid bastard. How dare you show up in front of me so calmly? And claim my plan won't work. Why? I have no quarrel with you. Why on earth did you stop me like this? No matter what the price is, I do not care about it. All my sins deserve credit. I only have one thing on my mind. If you hate me and curse me, go ahead. No one can disobey, not even fate. In the end, it's pointless. I was all dead inside for a long time. Ouch. It hurts. Why? I don't care about your past. I only know that you, an evil king, who took others' souls as toys. You call me evil. I only have justice in my heart. You treated all the souls like dirt in Luhai City. I'm afraid you have destroyed no less than 1,000,000 souls for thousands of years in the Hell Sea and your territory. Right. How dare you claim yourself to be righteous? That's because the reincarnation you designed is meaningless. The meaning of a soul entering hell is to be judged by kings of 10 palaces. I was angry when I saw you, but I calmed down now. I've come up with a new way to realize my dream. I've opened the entrance to victory. Do you still want to lock me up in another dimension? But I've learned that your dimension can be destroyed. Your skill is not like a super solid cage, is it? There's no use in discussing it. So you know the bad guys will die because of talking too much. Such a powerful man would not do meaningless things. What's his trick? Why am I still in this dimension? I have a bad feeling. Sure enough. Other dimensions are everywhere. Humph. You can only continue to circulate in the embedded dimensions. When you return to the broken one, the damage has been repaired. You can only keep running but in vain. Shining. Be the material for the evolution of the space gem on my head. I just want the hellfire. My spiritual chi has been absorbed. I feel like I've been gnawed. Kong. Daddy. It hurts. What the hell are you doing there? The others in the ring said their bodies seemed to be torn apart. They all fainted in the ring. What happened? Even those in the ring. Why are you okay? An enemy is absorbing our spiritual chi and trying to turn it into his power, so. Maybe it's because I'm not powered by spiritual chi. I have to get out of this dimension ASAP, or we will all be swallowed. Another dimension. How are we gonna get out of here? I've come up with an idea. It depends on you, spiritual lamp. What? Ahem. Are you sure? What can I do? Just tell me. Just release your power, and I'll take care of the rest. Oh. Arc. Inhale, here we go. Miraculous fusion spiritual lamp. I'm in it. With the strengthened body after spiritual lamp's attachment to me, the transformation of the endless empty dreams may not only change my external form but also completely turn me into another creature. There is a race in the universe that can dominate other dimensions. It has high intelligence and scientific power. When I was a child, I did a 3-year detailed research on it. So even without the attribute ball, I knew it very well. It's called Yapul. Endless empty dreams. Transformation. What unbelievable power. You deserve to be the king of hell. It's like there's a group of extremely powerful cultivators here. It's enormous, king of hell. I can hardly eat it in one bite. Why did your power stop coming? I did feel there was still a lot of it. Punch as long as I call. Using the enhanced transformation, Feng Xia became Yapul and broke free from the trap of King Qingguang. Punch. How. Bang. Poke out ha. What? What the hell? I've seen thousands of monsters, but, what the hell is this? As you said before, there's no use in discussing it. Don't push your luck. I showed mercy. Don't think your newborn body can be comparable to mine. Close. As long as I smash the dimension I created. Pinch. Squeeze. Break. Phew. Annoying guy. It's a pity that I haven't absorbed enough. Hello. Splash. Nice. Another one. I smashed the dimension in an instant. You couldn't have a chance to get out. Splash, but how did you get out this time? What is that dimension behind you? It's not mine. Of course, it's not yours. The dimension I opened just now was only about 10 cubic meters. Expand as expected, a punch could make it several times larger. Are you using my skill? Did you create a new dimension just now and hide in it to avoid my attack? Oh. You've got it very quickly. You know how to use your skill very well, King Qingguang. But my skill can only you can do that. Yeah, you're right. I'm also wondering why I did it. Attribute. Red fowl's fire. Ha. In an instant, his arm. Attribute. Spiritual chi division, attribute. Another dimension. Bam. Your skill is quite suitable for sneak attacks, sucker. What an insidious move. I love it. And I got to take good care of you, King Qingguang. Break. Crack. What? You can activate so many different dimensions like me. Rush out, ha. Spurt. Punch, slap. Light. Thud. You have been running amok for so many years because of your rascal skill. You can't stand it after I just enhanced your skill a bit. Who can think of such a sinister trick? What are you talking about? I just blew your mind a bit. Skills memory materialization. The gem on your head has been broken. You can't use your skill now, can you? Then it's time for me to take the hell key out from you. I'll never let you find it. Ha. Soul. What? What are you talking about while transforming? Feng Xia used King Qingguang's skill to attack him and destroyed the space gem on his forehead. But just when King Qingguang lost his fight. Soul. Arg. Get up. Crack. Swoosh, merge. What's going on? Why did King Qingguang take out his hell key? Throw. Swish. Could it be? Xikongsheng, can you show your soul manipulating mask to us? It so happens that I don't bring it with me. King Qingguang wanted to say. Soul manipulating mask. Turn C. Hey. Wait. Why did you come to hell after you woke up? You have nothing to do with the disputes among the kings of 10 palaces of hell. Why are you collecting the hell key? It's none of your business. I just want the hell key. You're not one of the 10 kings, so don't get involved with me. I think you only have one purpose for collecting so many hell keys. You want to unseal the king of hell, right? I am the reincarnation of the king of hell. Just tell me if you need anything. Maybe you haven't seen me before. But my identity has been personally verified by King Yanluo and King Qingguang. No, you are not. La partita gi. Finita. Fatti indietro. Che saicezza. Uxidai il sovrano demoniaco del sang. A chi stai parlando. Posso percepire presen suspet. Chi sono quegli stronzi. Sesulto. Daisai re della spada. Protegit I guardiani. Dodisai Giovanni maestri demoniaci. Abatit gli uomini in nero sue lati sinistro e destro del palco. Ora. E pazzo monarca demoniaco. Stay attento alle Tuesday spall. Okay. Sorprendent. Chi siete voi? Ho chiesto chi siete, figli di puttana. Siamo stati scoperti. Tutti, attaccate. Denazione. Denazione. Cosa stai guardando? It's so easy to handle you. Rise. Take out. Raise. How could he have divine treasures? Is this guy's fate the opposite to his? Forget it. After I release him, you can do whatever you want. She only took the hell key. I still have the spiritual lamp. Isn't the spiritual lamp brought here by the soul-manipulating mask? I think she must have some purpose. Does she think that she can take it any time she wants? She really looks down upon me. I was in a hurry to deal with the soul-manipulating mask, so I didn't kill King Qingguang. Now I can't find him. But he's not a threat anymore without the hell key. Maybe she also took the hell keys of King Pingdang and King Taishan. So the rest of her targets should be us. Yep, soul-manipulating mask would come to you soon. Since soul-manipulating mask can get so many hell keys, what is her ability? According to what I saw, it should be something similar to mind controlling. With her mask. Turn. That's what happened. Her mask can be formed from an immaterial object, making people unprepared. Moreover, after someone is manipulated, he or she will be in a dream. And his or her real body will be at the mercy of soul-manipulating mask. That's impossible to guard against. Not exactly. The reason why soul-manipulating mask pretended to cooperate with who she thought was King Qingguang at the beginning was that it would be troublesome when he hid in another dimension with his skill. At any time. That. You don't have to do this. So as long as we know where she is and keep a distance from her, it will be difficult for her to display her ability. By the way, it seems that the soul-manipulating mask has a close relationship with the King of Hell. Yen Luo, check this. Do you know her?